morning students, welcome you all in English lecture. So students, in previous lecture already we have completed the 2 chapters of unit 2, that is one poem and one chapter. Now in today's lecture we are going to start with the next lesson, that is chapter number 11, Be a Good Speaker. Now already in unit 1 we have learned the chapter Be a Good Listener. So it's quite similar to that chapter, Be a Good Speaker. Now students, I request you all to kindly get ready with your English textbook, your English notebook and carry pen pencil in your hand. Just open your textbook page number 26. Chapter number 11, Be a Good Speaker. Now dear students, Be a Good Speaker. This title, what do you understand by this title, Be a Good Speaker? Yes, communication is sharing or imparting information. Communication involves both the speaker and the listener. So in unit 1 we have studied be a good listener. One should be a good listener. That means we should have the listening capability. And vice versa, one should be a good speaker also. We should have the capability of a good listening or good listener. We should be a good listener and a good speaker too. So, communication skill is the most important skill, I can say. Communication involves both the speaker and the listener. The listener is one who listens to the speaker. And the speaker means the one who speaks. So, it is extremely important to speak well. While some of us speak well with confidence, there are others who are shy. Some speak very comfortably with their friends and relatives, but become nervous and tongue-tied in front of a larger audience. You may have a stage fear. Some of them are very good in speaking. They have communication skills. In front of their relatives, in front of your friends, you speak well. But when a certain competition is held in school or any activity is there, that time you feel shy to participate. You get very nervous. You become nervous. And you have the stage fear. So, this lesson, Be a Good Speaker, drives home a few tips regarding effective speaking to conduct ourselves during discussions and things to remember when we have to give a speech. You may have seen many of the leaders or many of the students among you all, many of the friends among you all, they are very good speaker. They are good speaker. So, what are the rules or tips to be a good speaker you can learn in this chapter. Page number 26, chapter number 11, Be a Good Speaker. Some people are good speakers, some are shy. Some speak easily with their friends and relatives but become nervous in front of a big audience. What about you? It is important to be able to speak well. And if you make up your mind, it is not very difficult to do so. So students, in this chapter, it is said that some people are good speakers, some are good listeners. Some feel shy to speak. Even some are very free or they can speak easily with their friends and relatives. But whereas they become nervous in front of big audience, they have a stage fear or they become nervous in big audience. So how about you? It is important to be able to speak well. As I told you all that it is extremely important to speak well. And if you make up your mind, it is not very difficult to do so. If you have that confidence that you can speak well in front of big audience too, it is not as difficult to do so. Remember these few things when you speak. So here are the few things given we need to remember when we speak. Speak clearly. Don't mumble. Now mumble means what? Yes, mumble means speak in an indistinct way. Mumble means speak in an indistinct way. So the first point we need to keep in mind when we speak is speak clearly and speak in an indistinct way. Next, look at the persons when you talk to them. You need to keep one thing in mind. Suppose you are on stage and there are huge audience in front of you sitting over there. So you need to look at the audience and you need to speak. So second point you need to keep in mind is you should always look at the person when you talk to them. Third, you should not be too loud or too soft. Yes, this is the most important point. You should always speak softly but clearly. You should not too loud or too soft. You should keep a accurate voice. So not too loud or not too soft. If you are too loud, many of the audience or many of the people would get irritated. And when you are too soft, the audience who are sitting at the last, they won't be audible to you. So these things you have to keep in mind. Too fast or too slow. You should not be too fast or too slow. When you are speaking too fast, none of them will be able to understand what you are speaking. And when you are speaking too slow, most of the audience or people will get bored. So you should keep an accurate consistency. Be polite and be pleasant. Polite means what? Possessing good manners. Polite means possessing good manners, and pleasant means having a pleasing nature. So you should be polite and be pleasant. Give a thought to other person's feelings and interest. So students, when you are speaking, always don't keep on speaking. Try to listen to other person's views, their opinions. It is the most important thing. It is not necessary that always when you are speaking, you are always right. You need to hear or listen the person whom you are speaking, their opinions, their views, their ideas. You should have that much capability to hear them, to listen to them. So give a thought to the other person's feelings and interest. Now next, when you take part in a discussion, suppose a debate is there, a discussion, when you take part in discussion, these are the points you need to keep in mind. Don't keep talking all the time. So students, it is very bad habit to keep on talking all the time. It's necessary to be a good listener as well as a good speaker. Let others speak. As I told you all earlier, always don't keep talking. Give others also opportunity or give others chance to speak. Let them speak. Show interest in what others say and listen carefully. So, students, it is not necessary, this all the points I have explained to you all. It is not necessary that always whatever you are speaking, it's absolutely right. No, it's not necessary. So, you need to show interest in what others say and you have to listen to them carefully. When you agree with others or like their ideas, do tell them that. So students, especially when you like others' ideas, you need to tell them that you like this thing. Do share your own thoughts and ideas with others. So students, you need to share the ideas and your own thoughts with others. Whatever your ideas are there, whatever your thoughts are there, you need to share with others before applying it. If you do not understand something, ask for an explanation politely. So students, if teacher is telling you all something, if teacher is talking continuously, at the last when she finishes the chapter, she gives you all chance, she gives the student chance to speak whatever their doubts are, whatever their queries are. So during that time you can ask something or ask for an explanation politely. Use polite words and expressions when you want to interrupt someone. Interrupt means break in continuity. So students, especially when teacher is talking and in between if you start asking the queries, it's not good manners. It's not a good thing. So you need to use a polite words, expressions when you want to interrupt someone's conversation. When you disagree with someone or when you seek explanations and give them. So when you want to break someone's conversation, you need to use polite words or expressions. Which polite words you can use? Like, excuse me, may I ask you one thing? If you don't mind, can I ask you one thing? Or you can raise your hand politely. These are the expressions you need to use before interrupting others' conversation. Now turn your page number 27. When you want to give a speech, these are the points you need to keep in mind. Plan your speech in advance. So students, we are not that much talented that without any preparation we'll directly go and give speech. No. For example, if there is a speech competition in our school, so 8 days or 7 days prior the intimation is given to you all, and accordingly you choose the topic which is given to you all and you start preparation. Am I right? So in the same thing, when speech competition or speech is there, don't go directly. You have to plan your speech in advance. What are the points which is necessary in giving the speech? While giving the speech, there are some points, some quotes. So first thing, plan your speech in advance. Second, note the points and arrange them properly. So there is a certain format while giving speech. First, you can start the speech with certain quotes or shairis, etc. So these are the points you have to keep in mind, that arrange the speech properly. Rehearse the speech in your mind and go ahead. So before any activity or any function, there is a rehearsal in our school, right? So before giving the speech, you need to rehearse the speech in your mind and then go ahead. So students, these are the most important point to be a good speaker. I hope so that you will be definitely a good speaker. It is very important to be a good speaker if one wants people to listen carefully. So, our voice must not be too loud or too soft. It is important that we make our speech short and to the point. So, I am sure that one day you will be a good speaker as well as a good listener. So, I hope you understood this beautiful chapter very well. Now, I am sending you all the question answers which are given in your combined book. 3 chapters question answers. First poem, second chapter, and now third chapter. These 3 chapters question answers, whatever it is given in combined book, I am sending you all through WhatsApp. So kindly note down those question answers in your combined book in good handwriting and send me the image of it as soon as you complete. We'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.